So folks, one thing we've come to realize is that even when old Donald Trump scores a minor victory, it's never enough for him. Why? Because he's fundamentally doomed. He's facing legal troubles left and right. And whether he's dealing with a big bond or a small one, the fact remains that he doesn't have the money.
This is not a complicated litigation. The Mar-a-Lago document case is probably the most straightforward of all of his criminal indictments that he's facing. And so the fact that it has been as slow and we haven't seen much movement is clearly an indication that beyond what he's been saying in the public, beyond the maneuvers that his attorneys have been doing, and even beyond what Aileen Cannon has said, you are now seeing how this justice system actually works. The one thing I will point out is I do think that Aileen Cannon has gotten a bit gun shy because of how she's been treated by the 11th Circuit. And so she's not as quick to make any hasty decisions. Not that she was moving at rocket speed before.
She's not making any decisions.
Right.
Which is a gift to Trump.
Of course it is. But to answer your question, I do not see this getting off the ground before the end of the year. Certainly not before the election.
All right, different case. Let's talk about the hush money case here in New York, because less than 24 hours, Donald Trump was hit with a partial gag order. He is out there attacking two people tied to this case, but not mentioned in the gag order: the judge and the judge's daughter. Any possible consequences for Trump, or he's going to keep on trucking?
He's going to keep on trucking. It is a very difficult space for Judge Marchand to be in because there's a technical conflict of interest by saying to him, I'm going to silence you regarding talking about me. Now, with respect to his safety, should he have the right to do that? Absolutely. But again, we're talking about a two-tiered system of justice here. Stephanie, I could not be in court for a traffic ticket and talk about the judge the way that Donald Trump has without facing repercussions. And so it is important to point out and to illustrate how the notions of power and privilege continue to play a part in how people tiptoe around this man who has no regard for the rule of law.
Let's talk about another very powerful man who does have great regard for the rule of law, President Obama. New York Times is reporting that the former president is now working a lot more closely with the Biden team, not just on doing a potential appearance or a fundraiser, but actual strategy help for the president because of his grave concern that Trump could win this thing.
Yeah, President Obama is all in, according to aides, for President Biden's reelection. There's a lot at stake, including in some ways his legacy. I was told by a senior advisor to the former president today that he and his team, they're talking to the Biden team.
I think the American people are going to step up to the plate and do the right thing.
Let me ask you a structural question. I mean, when you're an incumbent, and again, let's stipulate that perhaps everything that I knew about politics is inoperative. But it used to be that when you were an incumbent, it needed to be a choice. It couldn't be just a referendum. It feels like not only is this a contrast election between Trump and Biden, but Trump, and then Anthony Scaramucci, who worked for him for a bit, described him as a narcissist. He won't let it be a referendum on Biden. He needs everything to be about him. So as a structural matter, how does Trump's demand for attention and demand to frame, how does that aid the Biden efforts to make sure that the choice is in front of voters?
Well, first of all, bring it on. Happy to talk about how horrible Donald Trump is as a human being. If you think about his entire life, just think about it simply like this. Whether it's in his personal life, in his business life, in his public life, Donald Trump has used his power to help himself and to hurt and abuse everybody else. So, we joke a little bit about him looking for a quarter to make his bond, but don't forget why he has to make bond. He has to make bond because two courts have already found that he was a sexual abuser, a defamer, and a business fraud. And that's before you get to the other criminal cases. But here's the thing. The American people have to make this determination. They're the jury. And we have to decide what kind of country we want to be. And the choice could not be clearer in terms.
Moreover, it's damaging his own Republican candidates. Today we're seeing everyone, from judges in shocking courtroom moments to his own people turning against him. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button because, once again, Donald Trump doesn't want this news out there. Remember his rule about making fun of everything except his wealth or lack thereof? Well, he's trying to get this video deleted. So the best thing you can do is hit that like and subscribe button and watch the entire runtime. Let's make this go mega viral, fight back against MAGA, and expose Donald Trump's financial struggles causing him to miss court deadlines.